What's up, Grappa fans? My buddy Michael has a 6.0 Powerstroke that is only running half a lift kit right now. He did the front a few weeks ago, hasn't got around to doing the rear end. So I'm gonna go over, we're gonna do it in this driveway, try to get it set up, and we're actually converting it from the old 7.3 or 6.0 Powerstroke rear leaf springs to the leaf springs like I've got, which are much longer front to back and have a different mounting point. So we're gonna have to do a little cutting, grinding, and modification. All right guys, so as you can see, I'm back on the mud graps. These are my stock 20-inch wheels. I'm running 2-inch spacers, and these are a 40-15-50 mud grap. In my previous video about my miles per gallon, I was telling y'all what I was getting on my 40s on 24x14s, as well as what I got in the past with my 37s when I was just leveled, and even 35s and stocked, deleted and not deleted. Well, I told you I'd give you an update. I was getting about, I think, 10 miles per gallon, maybe right around 11 on the 24x14s and 40s. Now I'm averaging 11.5, so slightly better on the stocks and mud graps so far. I haven't been driving a ton, so it hasn't gotten a full average yet. So if anything drastic changes, I'll let you know. But I just love the sound of these mud graps. You might not be able to hear them over me talking, but just a really good sounding tire, and really gnarly tire for how smooth it rides. So let's go see what he's got going on here. He's running the ridge graps, so we'll check that out and see how y'all like those. So here's Michael's truck again. It's a 2006 King Ranch 6.0 crew cab long bed. He's on 37 by 1350 ridge graps on these 17-inch Black Rhino wheels. So if you saw in our Can You Tow with Wheel Spacers video, I towed him to the alignment shop, and there was more about his front lift, but he's had just the front done for a couple weeks now. It is the 4.5-inch Carly suspension lift with the 3.0 King shocks. You can see the radius arms here. But in the back, he's still running just the stock 350 leaf springs and blocks. And today we're going to be taking the bed off and cutting these brackets off, because we're moving to the newer style, bigger leaf spring that goes farther fore and aft on the frame, like I have on my truck over here. So it may be hard to tell with how big my lift is, but you can kind of see how much farther forward that front leaf spring mount is and how far back the rear one, and that just gives you that much more room when you have a lifted arched spring like that to make it not such a extreme angle, and it's just better for off-roading and towing because it just kind of disperses the weight better. But comparatively, you can see this is just a huge leaf spring. So we got a few things that we have to worry about with this. Like I said, we're taking the bed off. We also have a couple complications with the parking brake. You can see the line here for the parking brake. We're going to be moving this up there, right where that mount is for the line. So we're going to have to address all of that, and it's going to take a little bit of time, but we're going to start chipping away at it and get the new shocks in the rear and the new leaf springs. I love these old school King Ranch seats so much more than mine.
fuel.
That was the fuel tank, yeah.
Oh, my fingers. Yeah, what? You like... Where'd the other part go?
On the ground, probably.
Oh, it just broke on that. What do you mean broke on that? Yo, you put your fucking gas cap back on, you idiot? Yeah, all my shit going back in.
So half the gas cap came off. Well, we got the weight reduction done. I think she's ready for Baja now. You can see the difference with these leaf springs, how short they are now. And he had to cut all these bolts off, so he missed all that exciting stuff. Here's a better look at how much bigger this leaf spring is. Not exactly lined up here, but you can see how much farther forward this mounting point comes. So we're going to have to move this bracket forward on the frame. And you can see how much thicker this is and just how much of a steeper arc it has, so that provides the lift.
Holes go up here.
Oh, is it just this becomes there? Okay, so you only move it over to one and new holes.
What you were saying is it's going to be a softer, you get more payload, more soft ride. It's a softer ride.
Yeah, I would think so, with it being spread out over a longer distance. I mean, that's probably why they went to.
And that's why in 08 Ford changed that.
Yep. Because everything's flexing right here between these two points. You have more space, more room. I think it would be better. We'll see. We'll have to do a little comparison. See what you think when you start driving it.
Yeah.
This is also going to be getting rid of his lift block, and you see how much space you have, this length of this U-bolt here. That can cause flex over time, and you just want a sturdier ride if you're going to be off-roading at all or towing a lot. It's just a little bit stronger having the full leaf pack instead of having a big leaf block in there. Alright, so we got our nuts off here, front and rear, and then this bolt head is on the inside of the frame, so we had to take the nut off the back side here, so we can pull this out and then get this above so the bolt can slide out. There it goes. Alright, got some. Yeah, it's all about the right height of the axle. Now once we get it up high enough, this will just come right out over the frame. Perfect. Now it's lunchtime.
Like bullets.
Don't need those anymore.
Nice. Like that, dog.
Yeah, I think way long.
The workbench. Alright, so you said we're moving what was on the back to the front now? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
And that's going to be the right alignment there?
Yeah.
Nice. So I guess you got to drill a center hole and then these three?
That's right.
This is the one, right?
Yeah.
What?
Put it against it, put pressure, then hit it.
Planted that out. Alright, we got all the brackets off on both sides. Now we'll just go ahead and start lining up the new one. So our biggest concern now with moving this bracket forward is this parking brake is welded on here. So we're going to have to remove that because you can see how it matches up. That's where it needs to go. And that's in the way, so we're figuring that out right now, but I think we'll be able to cut this off and just move it under the frame here, because you can see it already gets routed under the frame. But that's the main thing we got to figure out here with going to this 08 and up style leaf spring. The other side doesn't have that, so it should be smooth sailing. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem at all. So we're cleaning up, and the neighbor came over, and we thought for sure they were mad about all the noise. Turns out he wanted us to look at his brakes on this 88 F350. Said runs fine, but the brakes quit working on it. So we're trying to track down probably just a dry rotted line. But he's also got a 66 Mustang in here. Look at this thing. This is awesome. You never know what somebody's going to have in their garage.
It's been out here so long. The last time I cranked it up, it bubbled out.
I haven't seen one of these old non-turbo 7.3s up close. That's pretty cool.
Those are supposed to be good batteries.
Yeah, it sounded like it wanted to start. Oh, these are the never starts though. Hey, she lives! The old 7.3. So it seems like he's got no pedal. We just topped off the brake fluid because it was bone dry. I'm gonna see if we can find a leak. What is it? Oh yeah. We ran out of daylight, but make sure you subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss the second part of this video where we install the newer style leaf springs and see how they compare to the factory ones. And also we're going to try to get that old 7.3 back on the road with some new brake lines and addressing a few fuel leaks he's got under the hood. Thanks so much for watching.